Today's primary coupon takes a very different shape from a classic home favorites ticket. This time, the main card is built around one strong side play, four controlled under selections, and one match that looks open enough for goals. So this is not a coupon based on one repeating idea. It is a coupon built around game state. Pace, control, and match texture are doing most of the work here. Let's go through the 6 picks one by one. We start with Sportif against Umraniyespor. This is the strongest confidence score on the primary coupon at 81, and it is also the cleanest side selection on the board. The model gives Amed 2.02 expected goals, while Umraniyespor sit at just 0.8. That is a strong attacking gap. The 1x2 distribution backs it up as well, 65.4% for the home win, 21.4% for the draw, and only 13.3% for the away win. This is the kind of profile where the side angle remains cleaner than trying to force extra markets. The research logic is simple. Team strength separation is clear, the home side project to control the game state, and there is no real need to decorate the pick with goals or corners. This is not about chasing a bigger number. It is about taking the most stable expression of the edge. If Aim play to their expected level, they should have more territory, more control, and more of the high-quality moments. For the primary coupon, that makes the straight home win the right call. Next comes CSKA Sofia against Levski Sofia. This is one of the most obvious low-event profiles on the board, and the official pick is under 2.5 goals with a confidence score of 78. The expected goals are very modest, 0.91 for CSKA Sofia and 1.02 for Levski Sofia. That alone tells you the match is not projecting as an open exchange. The 1x2 numbers are also very compressed, 30.4% home win, 33.1% draw, and 36.5% away win. In other words, the model does not see a big superiority gap either way. The top scorer lines are 0-0, 1-1, and 0-1. That is exactly what an under-match card should look like. Tight margins. Limited attacking separation. A game that can stay stuck in one phase for long stretches. The qualitative read says the same thing. The pace profile points toward control rather than chaos, and without a strong attacking catalyst, the under becomes more defensible than trying to pick a side in a very balanced matchup. So this selection is not flashy, but it is coherent. It fits both the model and the match logic. The third match is Defensa y Justicia against Arges. Once again, the primary coupon goes to under 2.5 goals, and the confidence score here is 77. The projected expected goals are 1.03 for Defensa and 0.77 for Arges. That is another suppressed attacking profile. Another match that does not naturally want to open up. The 1x2 split is 40% for the home side, 34.1% for the draw, and 25.8% for the away side. Those numbers suggest that Defensa have a small edge, but not enough to make the side market cleaner than the total. The top score lines are 0-0, 1-0, and 1-1. That tells the whole story. The center of gravity in this match is low scoring. The research layer reinforces that by pointing to controlled pace and the absence of strong offensive triggers. So the under is not just a model output here. It is also the most defensible football read. Unless the match breaks early in an unusual way, the baseline expectation is a tight, measured contest with limited shot volume and limited space. Then we have Rapid Bucuresti against FC Arges Pitesti. This is another under 2.5 selection, with a confidence score of 75. The model gives Rapid 1.16 expected goals and Arges 0.86. So just like the previous two matches, the scoring environment looks restricted. The 1x2 probabilities are 42.1% for Rapid, 31.8% for the draw, and 26.1% for Arges. That suggests a home lean, but not enough of one to justify abandoning the lower event angle. The top scorelines are 1-0, 0-0, and 1-1. Again, the structure is extremely clear. This is a match expected to live in narrow scorelines. The value radar also supports the under case better than any aggressive side push. From a game shape perspective, this is exactly the kind of fixture where patience, caution, and compressed margins dominate the 90 minutes. That is why the under makes the main coupon. Not because it is exciting, but because it is aligned with both price and profile. The fifth match is Universitatea Cluj against Universitatea Craiova. This is probably the most balanced game on the entire primary coupon, and that is exactly why the under 2.5 gets the nod instead of a side. The expected goals are 1.07 for Cluj and 1.02 for Craiova. That is almost dead even. The 1x2 distribution is also extremely tight, 35.5% home win, 31.6% draw, and 32.9% away win. There's almost nothing between the teams in the raw model. The top scorelines are 1-1, 0-0, and 1-0. That is another classic low-event setup. This time there is some positive signal on corners and even a tiny positive edge on the home side, but the cleaner re still stays with the under. Why? Because when a match is this balanced and this compressed in expected goal terms, the strongest edge is often not picking who is better. It is recognizing that neither side is likely to create enough separation for a wide-open game. So the under remains the more stable expression of the matchup. A 1-1, 1-0 or even 0-0 type of game fits the card almost perfectly. The final primary match is Akron Togliatti against Dinamo Moscow. This is the outlier on the coupon. While the other total-based selections lean low event, this one goes the other way with over 2.5 goals and a confidence score of 70. The expected goals are 1.44 for Akron and 1.8 for Dinamo Moscow. That gives us a combined total above 3 goals, which is already enough to place this match in a more open bracket. The 1x2 split is 30.4% home win, 24.1% draw, and 45.6% away win. So Dinamo Moscow are the more likely winners, but the market chosen for the coupon is not the away side. It is the over, because the match profile itself looks more important than the side. The top score lines are 1-1, 1-2, and 2-1. That is a very different shape from the under matches on the rest of the card. Both teams are live in the attacking projection. Both teams can contribute to the total. The research note still adds one warning. Totals remain selective because tempo, finishing quality, and state changes can compress quickly. But among the matches on this slate, this one still projects as live enough for goals to make the main coupon. So this is not reckless. It is simply the one spot where the model and match flow support a more open reading. So when you step back, this primary coupon has a clear internal logic. Sportif is the one strong control-based side play. CSKA Sofia against Levski Sofia, Defensa against Arges, Rapid against Arges, and Cluj against Craiova all revolve around suppressed pace, limited attacking catalysts, and tight scoreline clusters. Then Akron against Dinamo Moscow breaks that pattern as the one game that looks open enough to justify an over. That makes this coupon feel disciplined rather than repetitive. It is built around understanding which matches should stay closed and which one is more likely to breathe. That is the full breakdown of today's primary coupon.